Hello and welcome to episode 8 of my journey through Gran Turismo. So we're going to head back to the cafe and start the next menu book, which is the Trial Mountain Cup. Right, so we actually need to go and do the National A license, I think. Right, yeah, let's just go into it and just have a see. Like I said, I do think we're going to have to do the A license first, which yes we do. So we'll come back out of that and go to the license centre. And yeah, start with National A license number 1. So a bit of a struggle to get the power down. Coming out that corner there, it did want to understeer quite a lot, but got the gold by over a couple of tenths on our first attempt. So we'll crack on and move to challenge number 2. I did get that entry a little bit wrong, but again, a nice easy gold. I ran a little bit too deep into the first part of the corner, so let's have another go and just see if we can get it a bit better and see if it does gain us some time. Probably would have done if it hadn't have understeered so much. Oh, sorry, yes, the goes for 3 tenths in front, so it has gained us just over a tenth. So yeah, again, simple enough. Just a case of sort of trying to coast a little bit through the middle of the 2 corners and getting back onto the power onto the straight as early as you can. Let's move on to number 3. Yeah, telling us to brake there, but we really didn't need to. We probably will need a slight brake for this one, or maybe actually a bit more than I initially thought, but so yeah, we are just slightly under the gold time there. Yeah, just not enough brake, pushed me a bit wide on the second right, and I were too wide into the first one, as we could see from the ghost there. So a little bit earlier onto the brakes, get it into the apex, straight back on the throttle, and that should have gained us a decent chunk. Yeah, almost 0.3 of a second. So yeah, another pretty simple gold, which moves us on to test number 4. So this is case of avoiding the walls, which you can sort of use your speedo and RPM dials to sort of judge where your front wheels are in this camera view. Obviously it all depends on what view you do use. I was way too slow through those. But yeah, so you just want to get as tight to the walls as you can. I don't know why I went so far over on that first lap. Again, I didn't carry enough speed through that corner, or this one I don't think, so should definitely have given us a decent chunk of time getting those two corners a lot better. Which, yeah, almost gave us a second, but we are still a couple of tenths off, so again, that ghost's 0.3 ahead of where it should be, so we know that all we've got to do is basically be within its view, or obviously slightly ahead. So yeah, that's almost 2 and a bit tenths, which has got us the gold just. Yeah, that is one where you can either gain or lose a lot of time if you either don't brake enough or brake too much, or don't quite get your acceleration point right. So did take us a few goes, but just a case of figuring out how the car behaves and that sort of thing. So we're at Spa with a wet track. Which, yes, is very slippy. Right, I do want to try something actually here, and just see if staying off the racing line benefits us. Broke a little bit too late that time. is slightly more difficult with the fact that obviously we're on dry tyres. But yeah, so it definitely helped going into that first corner then. And then it was just a case of not spinning the car. And yeah, that were a very simple gold. Over half a second quicker than we needed to be. So I think, does that move us on to number 6? Yes. So back to Monza. Faster car this time. Again, there's definitely more speed to be found through there, but again, over half a second. So let's just have one more go. Just so you want to sort of do all your braking into the first part of this, just into the left-hander here, which will then optimise how early you can get on the throttle, and how much speed you can then carry into the rest of it. Was a little bit too eager there and got sideways just as the rate shifted. So yeah, just a bit steadier. No, still gone a bit too aggressive just out of the last bit. Let's just have one more go at that. Because as you could see, we were well in front of the Ghost. Could probably take almost another half a second off maybe. So I didn't quite get that as well, but again, another couple of attempts. Let's just have one more go. Sorry, I know this is completely unnecessary. But yeah. Yeah, so we found another 10th and a half. Almost a second faster than the gold time that was required. So yeah, we'll leave that there and move on to test number 7. So we're going to Catalonia. For turns 1, 2 and 3. So again, this is just sort of a lot of throttle control. But it is very easy to get sideways out of there in this sort of car. So again, I think just a little bit too aggressive on the throttle. Not sure where I cut the track there, but anyway, let's just restart that because no point continuing that with a penalty. I know I did get a bit tight on the inside before we went back left, but I didn't think I were far enough over to be penalised for it, but anyway. So yeah, we could have gotten on the throttle earlier there, but that's plenty quick enough. Yeah, over half a second in front of the required gold time, so right, so this is our first look into driving on dirt, which I'll be honest, I'm not a massive fan of. It's fun, but it is difficult to be quick. Oh, it is for me. It is, like I say, quite enjoyable getting the car sideways and it's very easy to use the gears to steer the car. And I think I probably should have, I'm assuming, used second for some of those corners, because just didn't seem to carry the same sort of speed that I'd expect it to. Sorry, I got put off by the ghost there a bit. Right in my eye line. But yeah, so let's... Oh no, dropping to second there really didn't help. I'm assuming it's not going to do there either. Right, okay, so yeah, this could take a few goes. It's just a case of trying to carry as much speed through the corners. I mean, in this case you don't really want to be going sideways, because obviously it can slow you down. Eight thousandths of a second off, but we're getting there. At least we know we don't have to find a great deal now. I'm going to try to keep tighter to this side, which should give me a better run through the left, although it has just pushed me even wider because I turned in a bit too early, so it's my own fault. But again, making mistakes is how you learn, really, innit? So we do look close enough to the ghost there. Oh, so got it absolutely bang on. Yeah, we'll move on from that one. We've got the gold, and that's all that's required there. Like I say, I'm not overly fussed for the dirt driving. So it looks like we're heading to Suzuka for this one, for the hairpin. So there are a few different ways to take this corner. You can try and go in deep and sort of like V the corner off, or you can keep it tight on the inside. So obviously that was tight. We'll take it a bit deeper into the corner this time. Which means we can get on the power a bit earlier. And as you can see, we gained almost a tenth doing it that way in comparison. Not necessarily the fastest way of doing it that way, but it's just a case of finding what feels best for you, depending on what car you're driving and stuff as well. I mean, in theory it probably is the quickest way, and you want to get on the power as early as possible, with it being a long straight that, well, not straight, but a flat out area that follows. Obviously you want to be able to get to the highest speed you can. Right, so we moved on to the final exam. Which is a track that I'm really not a fan of, and in a car that's probably not going to be very easy to drive. But this is quite a nice section of track once you get used to it and sort of as you can probably tell, I'm not massively pushing at this point. I'm just trying to take it steady, see what we do, and to be fair, that's obviously quick enough. So I could have pushed more, but whether that would have unsettled the car and ended up actually causing us to be slower, obviously that could have happened. So just being careful more than anything through there definitely helped. So yeah, so that's National A licence completed. And since we got all gold, we'll receive 2 cars, one for bronze, one for gold. So I've unlocked the Sparco, which I'm assuming is the the bronze car. And then the Subaru BRZ. Which, yeah, is the gold car. That means we can now move on to International B, but obviously we're not going to do that just yet. We will continue with the menu books for the time being until we're forced to go back and do the International B licence, if that time does come. So yeah, so like I said, that was the National A licence. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching, and bye for now.